don't know. Man, everybody's always around somebody. That's the other thing about music, man. When that that's crazy when people see new producers or so-called new producers, they really think like these people just walked in the room and got on and started making beats and stuff. A lot
Not
of these people been around. They've been in different groups and they've been around making their way and making a name for themselves.
some
It
of
just
them.
didn't happen like that.
I know some of them went uncredited for like 5 to 10 years strong. They just went behind the scenes playing their little part on the whole song. It'd be like
That's a
20,
fact.
20 niggas in the room contributing to one song.
That's a fact. Yeah. You got
Uh,
some people
like
writing the
Young
verses.
Berg's whole team, Hitmaker.
Hmm.
He got a whole team of them dudes in there working. They just do another Hitmaker, and he cut them the check.
Yeah. Like you got people that may be writing hooks, people that may be writing verses, people that may be writing bridges to songs. You know what I mean? People
Some
that
people do what they do they do the harmony without the words. So they come
yeah,
up with, and they just do that and they present it, and then they write words in that harmony.
yeah. Like
You know
here,
what I'm
you
saying?
gonna do this at this point of the song, you're gonna do this like this.
Yep. I forgot what that's called though, but yeah. It's
It's
people
all song, right?
they get a whole check. Yeah, they get a whole writer's check, and all they did was do all that shit over the
Yeah,
top.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They do
But
that,
I mean that's the way that shit go though.
and they do that for rappers. Where they just come up with the cadence first. They come up with the cadence first, and then they put the words to that cadence.
Let me ask you a question. Want to be would you ever want to work with a group of people like that if you had the money for that? Would you ever want to do that?
I would love to do that. Do a
Yeah.
collab. Yeah, I've been wanting to start a production team for the longest, where people just had their specialties and they contribute to the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Just on the collaboration, build a beat, sell that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just create a factory for just creative motherfuckers to put their work in. You know what I'm saying? If you play bass, you know what I'm saying? Play bass. If you play keys, play keys. If you program drums, program drums. If you're, you know what I'm saying? If you a dope sequencer, because some people just dope with the sequence and they can fucking put a whole project together. They could break an album down. You know what I'm saying? Some people understand general engineering and EQing. You know what I'm saying? All of those things matter, man. I think that it's interesting that like it's become more of a public thing that in hip hop that's a thing because people seen Kanye put together a team.
Mm-hmm.
They seen Puffy put together a team, but it's still kind of rather taboo because we still used to the DJ and the MC being the one and the two together. As opposed
I
to
think for me that would be weird though, having a team of people tell me how to write my rhymes or not to write my rhymes to damn sure I'm not letting nobody do that, but maybe you should try harmonies and things like that. And then I would be in there, you know
I've been
me.
in those environments before.
Yeah, I would be like, man, shut the fuck up, bitch. I know about harmonies and chords and shit. I'll do it on my own, but it would, you know, I would have to be in the mood for that. I would have to be in the mood for it.
I think the biggest plus to that is that you have somebody who actually has as much invested in the outcome of that song as you giving some input that can actually lead to a better outcome.
Yeah, and I think that's what matters in the end.
Yeah, because it ain't like it's tough like coming up with a song that you really think is dope and you fuck with that song heavy, and then when you put it out, don't nobody fuck with it. I'll be like, dude, the fuck.
Yeah, like I really work my ass off to do that.
Yeah,
ain't nobody fucking.
all I get off of that.
Ain't nobody fucking with it, man.
But when you got like a team of people who and ain't no yes men involved, just a nice cluster of people and be like, yo, what you think on this? You know what I'm saying? Or they actually sitting there during the creative process and they giving you some input as it happened in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Or fucking rappers who listen to the producer or producers who listen to the rapper. Most motherfuckers don't even listen to the motherfucker that's on the project. They just throw them a beat and walk away and then tell them they don't like it after the whole fucking project got recorded. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's interesting, bro. It's like these creative processes got it. I feel like for me, it'll be dope to see what that creative process looks like as an end result, especially at this stage in my creative life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it would be. It would just for me. It would just have to be me opening up and accepting other people's opinions
Feedback.
outside of opinions, feedback, criticism outside of the normal people that I deal with. But once the artistry starts flowing, I think that's when it'll change for me. Like I'll probably be more in tune with what's going on. As long as I don't lose like the actual the base of what it is I'm trying to accomplish. You know what I mean? But if it's something like where they're saying this is going to be a hit song, then depending on reputation, I may go, all right, well, I'm going with what you're saying. It just don't make me look bad out here. You know what I mean?
My first studio session was damn near like what I'm describing though.
Mm-hmm.
My first studio session happened as a result of me going to the studio with some guys that I had just met, and I went with them on their first studio session, and I got to know the engineer and the DJ who was in there who programmed drums, and I was watching them work as a collaborative to kind of put together this beat for the dudes I met, and I was like, damn. And then they were like just asking for feedback, what you guys think, is this what you want? And they would like just pantomime or say certain things that they wanted added to the song, and that shit was happening in real time. And I was looking at the flow of it, how easily it worked, because everybody was like just like it was just three of them, a team of three just communicating back and forth what to add to it here, what to put in there. Hey, you should probably tweak the bass like this to kind of make it work a little hard and shit like that. I'm hearing them talk, and they worked that beat out in minutes. It was damn near a complete song. The last part of it was sequencing the song out into the length that they wanted. And they left it up to the rappers to decide how they wanted their beat sequence after it was made. And that was dope as shit to me. So I immediately booked me a session behind that. And then my session damn near went the same way. And I came with way more detailed information. I knew exactly what I wanted my first beat to sound like and all of that shit. I came with a sample. I knew how I wanted my drums to go. I knew like if I wanted a drum roll in a specific place, I needed it there. If I needed all of that shit, I came super prepared. It fucked them up. They were like, whoa.
So were from that first session that you were a part of, was it that you was taking notes or that you just mentally made the notes yourself?
I had always knew I wanted to make that beat, but I just didn't have the resources. But when I was able to present it to them, I knew exactly how I wanted that beat to sound. You know what I'm saying? Because I had in my mind, I sat and listened to that sample. I don't imagine rapping over that beat. You know what I'm saying? And this is before I even started making beats, bro. I was like, this my first time in the studio. My first time in my session in the studio. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. It's a good atmosphere to be in because you got people who actually care about their part in it. And it's a lot of pressure for a single producer to kind of like I guess produce an entire project, win or lose, because as a sole producer, is I could say like just from my perspective, you got a lot to think about. You know what I'm saying? It's like the creative aspect of it, the outcome of the music. You kind of want to give it a vibe and stuff like that. But I had to also put myself in the mindset that if I was to go back in time and you go to see James Brown play live, there are multiple people on stage. You know what I'm saying? You go back and see Martha and the Vandellas, the same thing. The Temptations, the same thing. Only in hip hop, whereas motherfuckers is playing shit off the fucking computer or off some turntables. Yeah. You get a situation where it's just two niggas on stage. You see what I'm saying? So it's like kind of gotta, if you really want your music to sound robust, you got to get some other minds and creative heads involved.
That's true.